Hey, what's up everyone? Commander Brian here. And today, I'm on Clash of Clans and I'm just going to be showing you guys a video of our latest war that just happened and how we barely won. Okay, so as you can see here, we tied 39 to 39, but we actually won just because of total damage. So it was very close war, and we actually did very well in it. We could have done better than we could have, because I only 2-starred this guy. Not actually him. I only 2-starred this guy, and I could have 3-starred him. If I 3-starred, then that would have definitely gotten us the win there. And I'm just going to show you guys a few videos today on our war. So I am going to start off with the 2-star and tell you what went wrong and how I should have done better. So in this base, I love doing go-hos. As I've said in my other videos, it's my main war strategy and war attack. And so this base had a ton of double big bomb spots available. And so over here, there's one over here right in front of the cannon, but I kind of assumed it wasn't there because it's very easy to trigger. But I do decide to trigger it because I can lure the clan castle troops from that spot. And then there's the other 3 spots, which could be here right behind the cannon, over here behind that cannon, or in front of that cannon. So they're all either behind a cannon or in front of a cannon. So in this case, I'm going to start the video, I did lure out the clan troops and try to trigger if there's a double big bomb spot, which there was only one. So when I saw that, I thought that was a good sign, because then I'm like, okay, there's only one double big bomb spot left, and I lured the other one over here. I dropped a barb on that side, and I was able to figure out there's a Tesla there. So now I knew there was only 2 spots left to possibly clean up. So I'm going to try to send both my golems in that general direction so they can trigger it, which is what I try to do. I lured the dragon out, and I did, unfortunately, this was another reason why I didn't get a 3-star on this attack, wasted a poison. I wasted one right here where the dragon was only in the radius of 1, and I should have saved the other so I could kill the skellies when they go around hitting my hog riders, the skeleton traps. So I should have saved it, and as you can see here, he was outside the radius, and it was like completely worthless to drop the other one. So I dropped my golem there, and I dropped my other one up here. So I'm kind of assuming it's behind the double big bomb traps, behind the cannon where the king is. And I'm hoping it's not over here. So I do drop both my golems, and I put the wizards behind and try to wall break them in, which I did, or almost did on that side. Drop my king up the gut, start trying to get him in. And so as you can see here, the Tesla popped up, and there was actually a big bomb right there. So when I saw that spot, I'm like, okay, there's only one big bomb left, which means it's probably behind the cannon over here. So I was thinking, this is I pretty much got it. But the 2 things that killed me were actually spring traps. Surprisingly, it was spring traps and the little skellies that I didn't kill off. So as my tank squad over there is doing the damage, I dropped down my hogs. Now, the other problem that killed me in this attack is I didn't do surgical hogs. I actually put them down all in one spot, which I shouldn't have. I should have put some over here on the camp to go after the archery tower, a big group over here like I did, and some over here on this archery tower over there, which is what I should have done, but I didn't. So I dropped them all together, health them, saved, and then dropped the max hogs. And then I have 3 hogs left. I don't know where I put them in the video, but so they start taking hits, which is good. It's fine. Then I health them over here, which eventually becomes basically another problem. There were several problems I did wrong with this video, with this one attack, and I health them over there, and they eventually run out of its radius. It does keep a few alive, but as you see there's one spring trap that just took out 2, and a spring trap over here, a double spring trap. You can kind of see its shadow, but that's going to trigger 5 of my hogs. Gone. 5 hogs, and most of them, as you can see there, are max. So I lost 3 of my hogs in a max on 2 spring traps right there, and a few of mine, which this is kind of funny looking at it from that angle, them just flying. But then, so in this case, I only have a few hogs left over here taking out that cannon, and only a few left over here hitting this air defense. So then I dropped the 3 other hogs because I wanted to see if they could take out this cannon and see if they could lure one of the big bombs off. So they're kind of sacrificial hogs. So they're kind of like the sacrificed hogs that I'm going to get rid of to see if they can lure it. But it actually ended up not working so well. So like I said, the spring traps, double spring traps killed me. And as you can see right here, all the skellies are coming out now. And I have no health left, nothing left to do, and they are just going to pound on the hogs. Skellies are so hard, and they do so much damage. So they only had 3 hogs left, and they just got slaughtered, which what I should have done is put a poison there, and then they would have survived a little longer. So in this case, when I was watching it and as I'm doing this live attack, I was like, oh no, just please get the town hall so it won't be a total wasted attack. And the third big bomb was right there. So I really had nothing to worry about with all the double big bomb spots, but it actually ended up being one was here, one was there, and one was in that corner right there. So it was like there wasn't really a problem, but what killed me was I didn't do surgical deployment with my hogs, and I wasted a poison. I didn't save it to kill the skellies, and luckily my king did walk around and came back for the town hall and did get the town hall right there. So I was able to get the 2-star guys on this attack, but and no one else was able to 3-star them, and that's gonna be the end of that video. So hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes on that one. And then so I did learn from my own mistakes on that one. Came down and had to clean up for my guys and went down on number 11 here. There's a hair on the screen, so I had to blow it off. Okay, so on this base, there was an open spot in the base right there where I kind of assumed after the guys already attacked, I did realize there was 3 Teslas there because I watched the video, and it was kind of a dumb spot for this guy's on his base because you can lure the spring traps, you can lure the skeleton traps, the clan troops, and 3 Teslas. So it was like, wow, why did you put that in the middle of your base? But I guess he was kind of hoping someone would drop like a golem there and just let it die. So in this case, I did not waste my second poison. I did just use the one, and I was able to kill the dragon in the balloon, and I saved the other for the skelly. So I did learn from my mistakes, and so I'm able to 3-star this guy. So in this case, I did drop both my golems over here to the right because I saw right here there's an open spot where you can go from the mortar to the Teslas. And so I want my golems to do that, to trigger that, and see if they can get to the middle of the base and start taking most of the hits. So I'm going to drop my king, my golems, my wizards, my wall breakers, start breaking them in, doing some damage. And I like leaving 4 wizards to do the cleanup damage after my hogs, after I put them down. So I did save those 2. So they're starting to do damage. Both my golems are now dead, and they're down to golemites. And so now this is what I did. This is what I should have done in my first attack. Surgical hogs. I dropped 3 hogs over here to the right on this mortar over here. So then, because I knew my tank squad would be taking the damage, so basically they're free and they can hit all the defenses without dying. Then I dropped 3 more on the cannon and 3 more on the archer tower right there, and health them right there, which was good. So then these 3 hogs over here to the right are going to start cleaning up all the defensive buildings for free, basically, because they're not going to get hit, and those are going to clean up that. So I did drop them here, and the strategy on this is I'm thinking the double big bomb is either going to be over here in front of the cannon, behind the cannon, or it's going to be right behind this air defense, and it ended up being right behind the air defense. It could possibly be here, but that'd be kind of dumb because your troops aren't naturally lured to that if there's no defense in front of it or behind it. So the good part is these 3 hogs, like I said, over here to the right there, are just taking out the defenses for free. These hogs here triggered the skellies and are taking out the kind of worthless defenses for a ground raid is the air sweeper and the air defense, so that's pretty good. And then I dropped my max hogs here, and I health them all right to the left. And so, as you can see right here, pause the video, both big bombs went off and hit my hogs. So only 6 hogs got hit instead of my max hogs over here with my other hogs. So the good part is when I saw that go off, I knew I had like 10, 15 hogs left, and these guys are all like in the red zone. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to health them real quick so they'll stay alive. And this was a really, really close raid, guys. So I did poison the skellies right there. I should have probably done it earlier. But look, 4 little bombs and, let's move a little faster, big bomb right there. The good part was they didn't hit all at the same time. If they did, they probably would have all died. And then the skellies did die there. So now they're all in the red zone. So now they're just getting hit. And this wizard tower I was worried about because it hits all of them at once. So I was really, really worried I was going to lose here. But then the good part is the wizard did take out that Tesla and the hogs did the cleanup. So at this point in the base, in this time on the base, I'm just dropping my wizards to do cleanup and hopefully just have enough time to finish up. And I did, and I got 3 stars. So I'm just going to fast forward, go a little faster here. And so I did learn from my mistakes and got the 3-star with the go-ho strategy. So those were my 2 attacks in the war, and I'm going to go up and show you guys a Th8 attack that from my brother actually. So the Avenger is actually my brother that plays Clash of Clans with me. He's a little older than I am, and he has his own YouTube channel called OP Gaming, and he only has a few videos out, but he does Th8 attacks. So if you want to see Th8 attacks, you can either go to his channel, OP Gaming, or you can go to my other friend's YouTube channel called Gigahertz Gaming. So either one you can go see Th8 attacks on. So in this case, he does the Go Wipe. He's a fairly new Th8, as you can see by his level of his king and queen. They're pretty low. With this base, I would have recommended doing a Go Th8, but my brother doesn't have very high Valkyries yet. I think they're only level 1 or 2, so you need them pretty high to do this. So he does start just dropping some archers and to do the cleanup work for free. So he's going to drop 2 golems, and he asks for a max one there. Drop some wizards down to do the cleanup work and get rid of this queen over here that's pounding on that golem, and then wall breaks him in. So as you can see with his base, it's kind of weird. It is a Th8, but he doesn't have all the defenses of a Th8. It's really weird. If you look over here, he only has 2 archery towers, and then there one over here. So he only has 3 archery towers. He only has 2 wizard towers right here next to the clan castle. Only 2 wizard towers, and he only has, let's see, 1, 2, 3 cannons. So he doesn't even have all the defenses of a Th8, which is kind of weird. So I was like, when I looked at this base and when he was attacking, I was like, well, you should have the 3-star because he doesn't have all the defenses. So I was like, this should work. So he does poison the queen, which is kind of worthless by the time he dropped it down. Should have done it a little earlier if he was going to do it, but that's okay. So he's going to wall break him in. His 2 P.E.K.K.A start walking around over here to the right, which luckily they do walk back in, which was good instead of walking around. Then he drops 3 hogs over here. They just start taking the hits and clean up those cannons and stuff so his wizards won't die over here and his archers. And then he healths his troops right there in the middle. Make sure he keeps them alive. Then drops 3 wizards behind that. So then, let's just get rid of that. He does health them in the middle, which is good to keep his wizards alive and his golems. Then he rages them all in the middle and then healths them again to make sure he gets the town hall. Rages the king. So all his troops are getting raged and health all at the same time. Has a huge wizard squad. Archery queens going to town, just pounding on stuff, doing great. And then he's going to rage him again right into a big bomb, unfortunately. So some of the wizards die. And then he poisons the king, which was only level 5. So that was really easy. So at this point, he has 1 cannon to the left and 1 archery tower to the right. He does have 2 golems at full, not full health, but they're golem, not golemite. So they're still, big. He does have 2 P.E.K.K.A still alive and his queen. So when you see this part of the video, when you're watching this, for us, I was watching the replay. So when you see this, you know it's on automatic 3-star because he's got wizards and P.E.K.K.As over here to the right doing cleanup work. And over here to the left, he's got his queen and 2 golems just tanking for him. So yeah, he's automatically got this 3-star. So I'm just going to fast forward here. So he did a great job on that attack with the Th8. And the guy wasn't that good, like I said, in the case that he didn't have all his defenses, which is kind of weird. So he did great on that attack. I'm going to watch another Th8 video for you guys. And this one is Go Army, and he's going to do a Go Vape. So like on the other guy, like I said, I would have probably done a Go Vape attack because it was really, really open. And this one's really, really open too. It's not bad. With the 4 earthquakes, you can open up like nothing. So he does drop his 2 golems immediately and starts putting down his wizards and his Valks because he can't lure out the clan troops from that far away. So when the clan troops start coming out, he healths them in the middle, which is smart to keep them alive, and has his king and queen start making sure they get rid of the dragon and stuff. And then his Valkyries are trying to do damage up here in the corner. And instead of building 2 rages, or what do you do? I think 3 rages and 1 health. I probably would have done 2 healths and 2 rages. Oh no, he didn't because he has 3 earthquakes. So he did 2 rages and 1 health. I probably would have done 2 healths and 1 rage, the opposite, just to make sure he keeps his Valks alive because they don't have that much health. So over here to the left, he has a few barbarians, a wizard, and a golem doing some damage, which is good. And then he's got some Valkyries over here to the right with his queen. So in this case, his Valkyries are doing some work, doing some really good cleanup. He does save a wizard left over at the bottom to make sure he gets the buildings that they don't clean up with. So he's got his queen still at full health, hasn't got touched, still has a golem and a few golemites. His Valks are still doing some damage, and right here they hit a big bomb, so there goes a few that are down. And then his golems are still taking hits, which is good for his queen. He drops his wizard up there at the top to make sure he gets that building. Turn just does the royal cloak, just make sure he gets those extra archers just to clean up. And yep, he's got 3 stars. So this was a great attack. The only thing I would have changed, like I said, is the 2 health and 1 rage, but He's Th9, I'm not, so he knows what he was doing, and he got it. So that was a really, really good attack. So it was a good job on his part. So guys, that was basically our war. We did some good attacks and some bad attacks. Like I only 2-starred this guy, which I should have 3-starred. But like I said, those spring traps killed me. I wasted the poison, which I should have used on the skellies, and I didn't drop my hogs in the right places. I just dropped them all in one big clump, so that really just killed me. But then I learned from my mistakes and was able to 3-star this guy and was able to clean up for him. And we were able to barely pull off this war, and we did great. Hopefully, guys, I can show you the next war we're doing, because we're right now in a current war. Just transfer over there. And we're about ready to start, actually. So we're actually going to go at it with this other clan. That's a clan perk 9. So we're basically pretty much even. They have one more 9 than we do. But then they have a TH6, and we got a TH7. So hopefully I'll be able to show you guys some videos on that after the war, or maybe do a few live attacks, and be able to show you this war coming up. So this has been Commander Brian. I hope this video has helped you guys, and just to help with Th8 and Th9 attacks, and just to show you what our wars look like. So peace out, guys. See ya.